Howdy folks, welcome back to another episode of RNP What's Sold. This is for the week of March, the first week of March, in 2021. And we're going to go through some Amazon and eBay solds for the past 7 days or so. This is just an assortment. This isn't everything that's sold, but I try to pick more interesting items. If you like these kind of videos, check out my YouTube channel. And there are a few more. I've been doing these what solds for about 6-7 weeks now. So let's get started. I'm going to start with some Amazon orders right now. The first one, this was actually a return. I believe I had it returned on eBay about 6 months ago. It was an original Sony photo frame. It's an S frame, and it sold for $114.18. I had about $4.99 into this one. It's like I said, I've had this one for, I want to say 18 months to 2 years. It was returned, and I sent it into FBA, and it was actually returned there too. So it was actually returned twice. So this one's going merchant fulfilled. Okay, next one. I don't sell very much VHS at all. I used to sell a lot of it on FBA maybe 3-4 years ago. This was a South Park VHS tape from 2000, sold for $7.29. Not very much into this. I have about 20 cents into these. I used to buy these for 10 to 25 cents a piece, and I'd send a lot of them into FBA. And these days, I don't really do that much at all. This one was returned from FBA, and I sold it merchant fulfilled. Okay, moving on to the next one. I do sell a lot of clothing. This is a North Face tank top. Nothing fancy. I'm not sure why it has the word polo in there. It's just a red sleeveless tank top. Sold it for $21.74, including tax and shipping. Starting to see a lot of tank tops moving along with t-shirts and other warmer weather wear. Okay, moving forward. Next one is out of the same figure lot I've talked about a couple of times already. It's a vintage Star Wars figure, Snaggletooth. This is not the Snaggletooth that is worth quite a bit of money. There is one that's worth more than this. It's also not complete and obviously not sealed. So this one sold for, let's see here, $15.99. I had it up for $19.99 and took a best offer. So I was happy to see that one go. And that one included shipping and tax as well. Okay, moving on. I sell a lot of MMA or ultimate fighting, boxing, martial arts type stuff, whether it's clothing or equipment. This is a kind of a long sleeve t-shirt, has the inside kind of almost thermal looking long sleeves to it. Sold for $15 plus shipping. I had this for about 6 months or so. Came in a lot that I got in the summertime last year. And I was happy to see that go. I had about $1 into this one. Okay, moving on. Next one was a Anastasia Princess in Paris take-along playset by Galoob. I love picking up anything by Galoob. I'm not sure if they're even around anymore. I'm pretty sure they're not. This was from 1997. From the Disney movie, I believe, Anastasia. I think it's Disney. It sold for $100, and this one was through promoted listings. I had this up for a lot more before, but then I took an offer of $100, and I'm happy with that. I only had $2.99 into it, so that was a good sale. Okay, moving on. I sell a lot of playset type things. This is another playset. This is a Peppa Pig. It's a very small playset. It sold for $27.57. I had about $2.99 into this one. It was not complete. It did come with some figures, but like I said, no packaging, was not complete. $27.57 for $2.99. I'm happy with that. Peppa Pig, Paw Patrol. A lot of these toddler cartoons do very, very well, so keep an eye out for that. And it always does well for me. The play sets do sit for a while, especially if they're larger, so take that into consideration. A lot of times people don't want to pay for shipping. Okay, next up, this is a vintage pinback and button lot, 40 plus pins. I'm not exactly even sure when these are from. I put 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and because that's basically when they were from. A assortment of different types of things in the collection here. So this sat for, I want to say, a year. Sold it for $24.53. And nothing fancier. To be honest, I thought this was a bad buy after I first got it. I didn't know anything about pins. I just kind of grabbed this lot. I had this plus, I think I have 3 lots like this up. And this is the second one that sold. I think I have 1 left. So, but pins are good money if you know which ones to get. Otherwise, they'll sit forever. Okay, next up is a tank top, just a regular basic Levi Strauss beach tank top. Sold for $22.80, including tax and shipping. And this was, again, in that summer lot that I picked up. I believe it was the same lot that I got that other North Face tank top in. All right, next up, this one I pick up Champ May items all the time, especially the play sets, the figurines, and the vehicles like this one. This is a U.S. Army Jeep, not very old, 2011, so it's not vintage, and sold for $22.44. I had $1.99 into this. It was not complete, but I'm happy to take that. That included tax and shipping. Okay, so moving on here. This is an item that I didn't have reception when I was in the thrift store, but when I saw this, it kind of stood out to me. That it's from Disney's Pixar's Toy Story 4. It was Benson. They have it as opposable dummy Benson, and the mouth moves. It's an action figure, relatively heavy for an action figure, maybe about around a pound. Sold for $88.56. Now a lot of that is shipping. It's going overseas. It was actually $49.99 was the item sold cost, so the rest is tax and shipping. But if you look out for this guy, if you see him, pick him up. This was used, no accessories, no packaging, nothing. So if you see this figure, pick it up. It seems to be going for pretty good money. Okay, moving on here. I picked up a lot of basketball jerseys I want to say about a year ago, and they sat for a while. This one sold for $27.73. It's a Manu Ginobili San Antonio Spurs jersey, and I had it listed for a lot higher before, and I just wanted to get it out of here. So $27.73. Not bad for a $4.99 pickup, I believe. Okay, so this next piece is again from Toy Story. I don't know which Toy Story. I think this is Toy Story 2 this time. It's a light-up figure, Emperor Zurg. I think it's Toy Story 2. I'm not even sure if I got that correct. But anyways, it sold for $27.69. I had $4.99 into this one. I just listed this, I want to say last week, or maybe, and I listed it when I didn't have any batteries, so I listed it as untested, which when I want to get something up, I'll list it as untested, and then I go back, I mark the ones, and then I go back and I check, I'll add batteries or whatever it needs. So before I could even do that, it's been, it's sold. Now I went back and tested it. Thankfully, it works, so I can, message the buyer. But unfortunately, it's not in the listing that says that it works. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So test your items. I didn't in this time, but oh well. Okay, next one. If anyone can remember back in the day, Carmen Sandiego. This is a puzzle. It's not a game or anything like that. I had this. I think I've had this in my inventory for like 3 years. It was originally an FBA return, and I just put it back on eBay. Sold for $23.64. And yeah, just happy to see that one go. I've had it forever. Okay, I sell a lot of, I guess, miniature items that go with toy figurines and figures, action figures, 1/6 scale type items. This is a miniature clock for a dollhouse for people that like to do kit bashing and put together their own dioramas for action figures. So this sold for $27.38. It's literally like, I don't know, maybe an inch by a half an inch, or maybe an inch and a half by an inch. It's really small and tiny. I have to put in there, not for humans, for action figures / dolls only. Because every now and then I'll have somebody saying, well,
No way.
would this look good in my house? Or, when I sell doll furniture, people really don't always pay attention. So make sure if you're selling anything that's smaller, put something in there. I always have a tape measure, or I'll have a little penny next to it just to denote that this is not a full-size clock. But anyway, I have maybe 50 cents into this, $27.38. I'm happy with that. And the last one that I have for today is exercise equipment. This was really selling well for me. I want to say last March, April, May. This one was actually, I don't think I bought this then. I just had it laying around. It didn't sell though. I had a couple offers, but nothing that actually went through. This is $53.88, including tax and shipping. I have no idea what I pay for this, because this is from my personal collection. And as you can tell, I don't really work out too much. So it's new open box. I never used it. I think I opened it just to look at it, and that was it. And then obviously to take the pictures. So $53.88 out the door. I'm happy with that. And that is what I have for this week. So if you enjoy these videos, please check out our YouTube channel, Reseller Niche. I have a podcast, Reseller Niche Podcast. You can find that on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Also in the mornings, I have a show with Leroy, Blood, Sweat, and Sell. And we do a Monday morning show, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 9 a.m. Eastern. And like always, if you'd like to see more of these videos, please check out our previous What Sold videos. And I will see you at the next one. Have a good one, guys.
Thanks for listening to the Reseller Niche Podcast. Show notes and social media links are located at resellerniche.com. Please comment, rate, and subscribe to us on iTunes or YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts.